Sha Tin on Sunday. Welcome to the race by race preview. Paul Lally here with all of the selections. We've got 5 and 5. 5 on the C+3 turf and 5 on the all-weather. And the first is on the all-weather over the 1650 metres. Class dropper is a Decree Lot at the top. On Perfecto, cheek pieces off, blinkers first time. Colourful Baron wears a tongue tie again. Perfect Peach, blinkers off, pacifiers again. Tatinum has the hood and the tongue tie removed and he's now with Benno Young. Silver Destiny having his first start for Frankie Law. And Yeah Boy has placed 2 from 3 course and distance, Paul, and it's So Awesome leading the way.
Yeah, inside draw for So Awesome. He did last time. I think he can lead. Super Treasure can get that lovely trail in behind. Silver Destiny's having his first start for the new stable. I think he can be prominent. In Perfetto's got the £10 claim. Colourful Baron, but doesn't lead in Perfetto. Perfect Peach normally gets back. Yeah Boy goes back when he draws wide. Tradition likewise, and Tatinum.
Yeah Boy running second and Me third are the first 2 home from the horses out of this replay, which are running in the first. Tradition fourth. Are you taking any of these as possibles, Paul?
Yeah, I thought Meet. Look, he's been racing consistently, this horse. Meet doesn't mind the all-weather. He's only had 2 goes on it and he's been placed both times. So this is probably the right surface for him. He's still a maiden, has been a maiden for a while. Yeah Boy, good turn of foot for him, but he always gives him a bit of a start. I don't think there's too much pace in this race, so he might not get the race run to suit, whereas Meet might just get first run on.
Okay, so that's the first replay. The second one is a horse that we just saw running fourth in that one. And this is a Tradition running second on the turf at Happy Valley last time. He had a very comfortable run from a better draw than what he's been served up on the weekend.
Yeah, he's drawn wide, drawn 13. He's was $4 favourite last time behind Verbier. This one, he was beaten as sort of single price figures, 2 starts before that. He's a long-standing maiden Tradition, so not for me.
No Tradition for Paul. We've got more turf form now with Family Fortune running third. So Awesome didn't lead this day, but from a good draw and no Bogoss in the race expected to be on the pace. The other one is Perfect Peach to come out of it. Family Fortune draws barrier number 8. He has raced on the all-weather most recently. It was in Class 5 going back to December.
Yeah, look, I don't mind him. He's come into a bit of form now, and you can see him, the gap sort of closed, and he had to go back to the inside, did Family Fortune. And So Awesome, he should get a cheap lead. There's not much pace in this race, so he'll get his chance for sure.
Regency Happy Star had been racing well, who beat him home there. Silver Destiny can't show you a trial for the new stable because he hasn't had any.
No, he hasn't, but look, he's been going, he's a horse that's going extremely well here on the surface. This is a gallop on it just to show you that he can handle it with no problems whatsoever. New stable, no pace. He'll put himself there, and he should be a decent price as well.
All right, he's the one for you to beat.
Yeah, we'll go with him with the new stable, Silver Destiny. So I just think he maps perfectly. He's going to be in exactly the right position. So Awesome from the front, then Family Fortune and Meet. So 11, 12, 10 and 2.
Silver Destiny for Paul to win the first and make it 1 for 1 for the new Frankie Law stable. And race number 2 now. This is a turf race over the 1400 metres. It is a Class 4 and we've got IPO Bros with the blinkers on for the first time at the top. Top Dragon wears a tongue tie for the first time. Thunder Blink, the hood and the visor off, and the blinkers go on. Jubilant Winner placed at the trip last start. Regency Win wears cheek pieces. Sandman's had 5 trials. Arden has the pacifiers with the cows off and the blinkers going on, and Jolly Jumper, cheek pieces off and the visor added to him. We've got Golden Luck, the leader, Paul.
£10 claim for Golden Luck, likes to go forward, low draw, all adds up to leading for me. Gallant Epoch set up some really strong sectionals last time and faded out, ran last, but I don't think he'll try and do that again. Jolly Jumper, Shine Bright likes to go forward from a wide draw. Strathpethers should get himself into a nice position along with the likely favourite Top Dragon.
It is interview time. First up, Nick, with the rider of Jubilant Winner. It's Ben Thompson.
Ben, you've got Jubilant Winner lining up in the early part of Sunday's card. He's a horse who's doing little wrong without winning, and he comes from a stable that have been amongst the winners of late.
Absolutely, Nick. The stable's in great form, coming off a winner last Sunday and a double Wednesday for Jamie Richards. So hopefully things come in threes. But he's racing really well, ran really good. after having a break between runs, and hopefully takes a little bit of improvement to break through here in Hong Kong.
Talking of threes, you've had 3 rides on him. He's run a couple of really nice placings for you as well. So he's getting closer, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He is. And even like the form around a few of his defeats has been really strong. In particular, when he ran 5th on Hong Kong International Racing Day, in front of him was Packing Angel, Indeed, Master Phoenix, horses that have ran really well, in particular a couple that have broken through in Class 3. So he was really good. I was pleased with him first up, you could say, with almost 4 months between runs. So he's close, and hopefully it's winning this weekend.
You've ridden him at both trips, 1214. It's 14 this time around, going up a furlong from last time. Is he adaptable as far as both distances are concerned? Where do you think he's best?
I think we're still learning. 14, obviously, he's ran second over 1400, ran well over 1200. So it feels though it's probably just if you could, we're told what the race shape would look like and barriers that would make it easy to choose. But coming up with barrier 5, I think is a good thing and wouldn't as so matter too much positioning either distance. But I think him 1400 is going to suit more often than not. And obviously he's still very early, or hopefully he's very early into his career here, to say who knows what trip's going to be his pet. But 1400 seemed definitely the right move now, second up. And yeah, from a good draw, it looks like there's good speed in the race. He should get his chance.
And just on the back of that run last time, which was good in defeat, obviously the handicap hasn't touched his mark, left on 52. So, reoccurrence of that run should certainly see him go close.
Definitely, and that's it. There was plenty of merit to his run, and very respectable opposition in front and behind him. So he's ticking a lot of boxes, and he's definitely close.
That is a jubilant winner. We move on, Paul, to Shine Bright, who won his best race last time when leading. He still ended up running 4th, and Top Dragon, he covered some early ground. He went off as a 4.7 chance in this race. Super Express heavily backed into favouritism and sort of ran to the betting drift.
He did, didn't he? He was wide at the back. You can see him. He runs 10th in this race. But prior to that, his form had been rock solid. So, look, we'll give him another chance coming to this. As you say, there was no money for him. Better run there from Shine Bright, but from barrier 14, he's pretty close to that class drop. Prefer him down the grade.
That is that race. Now, Top Dragon has been back to the trials since. He trialled over the straight 1000 at Sha Tin, and he looked to have bounced straight back from that run last time. Yeah,
look, he's only had the 4 starts this time. He ran 7th on debut and didn't get much luck at that. Then he's run these really good close seconds, and then we saw that one behind Super Express where he was wide the whole way. So he looks like he's bounced back out of it, no problems. Zach Purton aboard. It was a strong trial win. I think he could be tough to beat here from barrier 3.
Poor old Keithy trials him nicely in the trial and then has to watch him on race day win under Zach if it turns out that way.
Could, and let's see what happens on race day. But he is on top for me, Top Dragon. To beat Fortune Star, he comes out that jubilant winner race. That's 2nd and 3rd for me. And Fortune Star only had that first start when he did run 5th at over 100 to 1. And then Dreaming Winner. He should be a big price, Dreaming Winner. He's drawn a little bit awkwardly in barrier number 12. But going back 2 starts, it was a very good run from him. And the second start over 1,400 metres looks ideal. 3, 7, 8 and 4.
Paul with Top Dragon to bounce back on Sunday and win race number 2. And the third race, we head back to the all-weather track for this one. It is a Class 4 over the 1,200 metres, and Solid Shala is second up. Candlelight Dinner had an excuse last time when the saddle slipped. Jolly Companion's a 2-time course and distance winner. First starters Handsome Blonde and Sugar Queen Prawn. Fun and Fun together, cheek pieces off, Blinkers first time, and California Star. Last start winner goes up 6 pounds in weight for the victory. And we've got Candlelight Dinner leading. There's a few that like to go forward in this race.
Yeah, look, he's got really good pace and drawn low. Fun and Fun together likes to go forward. He's got Blinkers on for the first time. I thought he could get the perfect run behind from barrier number 3. Golden Friendship can go forward. Now, Natural High has missed the start on occasions, but from barrier 10 with a 10-pound claim. I'm sure she's going to push it forward and try and get outside Candlelight Dinner. But he's got pretty good speed, Candlelight Dinner. Solid Charla was a good run from him last start, fresh up. Back to Handsome Blom and Sugar Queen Prawn. Two of the debutants haven't really shown too much early pace in their trials.
California Star is our first replay, and Angus Chung has produced a pearler of a ride here. He's run on well in a recent trial. He was hard ridden, but that just seems to be him. And Solid Charla comes out of this race now. You'd imagine a much fitter horse.
Yeah, and he didn't get it. He got crowded up a little bit, Solid Charla. Once he got into the clear there, you can see him. Whereas he got a perfect run through, didn't he, California Star? Everything went his way. And they tried him up to 1,600, which I thought was going to be a better distance for him. But it shows he can win over the 1,200, but he'll need everything to go his way again.
There's California Star. Now, here is the trial. It's pretty similar to the win, although he doesn't quite get there. Ends up running fourth. Jolly Companion, he likes to roll along in the lead. He will carry 129 pounds. Matthew Poon takes the ride on him for Manfred Mann, and he leads all of the way to win this.
Yeah, look, he did lead when he won his race 4 starts ago as well. He's not going to be able to lead, I wouldn't have thought, with Candlelight Dinner in the race. So, look, I think he's a horse that needs to dominate from the front, Jolly Companion. And look, this is what he can do, the other horse, which is California Star, but just how far back he gets.
Some winning form now, but it is down in Class 5. Yeah, Buddy had an absolutely perfect trip this night and was able to beat Patch of Watch. Derek Long takes the ride. He comes back up in grey, just 1/4 from 10 goes in Class 4.
Yeah, it tells a story. Barrier 9. Derek's likely to put 2 pounds over on him, so he's going to have to carry 121. So not for me. Yeah, Buddy, I'll wait till he gets back down into Class 5.
All right, so we'll just watch him run away and win this race and wait till he's opposing similar sort of horses to that. There's old Windspeeder, who's won since that race, running on. A trial from Autumn Delight, who's only had 2 starts, 11th and 14th, but he had excuses in both of them. He was lame and then a tough trip the second time. He has had 5 trials since we last saw him.
Yeah, coming onto the surface, out of an Animal Kingdom mare, so that's positive. He's by the Autumn Sun, though, so you'd think 1,200 is going to be too short for him.
And that's New Asia Great running second, so it wasn't the strongest trial we've ever seen that morning for Autumn Delight. And finally, some track work. We're going to look at Fun and Fun Together. And here he is with Zach Purton aboard.
I wanted to show this because he's got blinkers on for the first time, and he settled really well in these blinkers. So that was the point I wanted to make to see it. You can see the blinkers look like they're going to be an asset to him, and as such, I think he's a big chance.
He's the one to beat.
Yeah, I'm going to put him on. He's going to get a perfect run in behind a strong pace, I think. Fun and Fun Together. Only had the 1 start on the all-weather and had clear excuses that day. Solid Charla will be a lot fresher. Golden Friendship will put himself on the pace, and then Natural High will just need some luck from his wide draw. 8, 1, 7 and 2.
A blinkered Fun and Fun Together to win the first leg of the opening treble for Paul. And race number 4 now. This is a 1,600 metre race on the turf. Etalon all wide draw again. Beauty Live has the visor going back on. 7-day backup for He Was Me. Bright Inheritance has no tongue tie but a shadow roll added. Silver up, tongue tie off, and he's now moved stables to Michael Chang's barn. Fortune Boy wears cheek pieces for the first time. Gale Saga has a tongue tie going on. And Double Win wears blinkers with a field of 14 here. Paul, it's Etalon all showing enough pace to cross from 13.
Well, he is stepping up and trip. There's a long run to the first bend, and I think he'll eventually get across. The alternative is He Was Me, because He Was Me did lead in his overseas races before he got here, but there's not too much pace in the race. Beauty Live, Double Win, Happy Universe. I thought Blue Baron stepping up and trip should be a little bit closer. Mr. Dapper from that wide draw, he's led in the past as well, but he's better when he takes a sit.
We start with the likely leader in the race, Etalon. Geez, had some bad barriers. Raging Rapids 4th. He was about midfield the entire way in this, made some late ground. Just these wide gates, but you think they might change up the tactics this week?
I think they will, because there's no pace in the race. There was a lot of pace in this race, and that's why he went back. Again, he drew wide once again. But look, maybe they'll hold him up. If they do, then He Was Me is the other one that's likely to lead, because he's got a low draw. But look, it was a good run once again from Etalon. You'd think this horse would win a race when he's been costly, 9 starts, and he's been favourite or very short prices in his last 5 starts.
Yes, that is Echelon Or. We move on to Fortune Boy. This at 1,400 metres last time. The further they went, the better he looked in this race. Iconical's down on the inside. He's won impressively since, so the form out of the race is good. And we'll find out how good it is because that's Top Dragon a length behind him.
Yeah, and I like him in the previous. Look, he definitely goes in, Fortune Boy, in the numbers. He's only had the 4 starts. He's looked good in his last 2 in particular. From 11 and 8, he's drawn 9, so he's just got to do it once again from a little bit of an awkward draw. But this run behind Super Express, I think, was good. Super Express was punted off the boards this day.
He was odds on by the time they jumped Super Express. Happy Universe better from him last time, running second. The Auspicious, he makes some late ground but couldn't quite pick them up as he did the start prior to this at triple figures.
Yeah, he got the perfect run. Sometimes those horses win it over 100 to 1, they don't really repeat. So jury's out with him. And a better run here from Happy Universe, but he's a horse which I just think he's a little bit high in the ratings at the moment. Maybe need to drop a bit. He's on this rating of 47, so I prefer him if he did get down a grade, Happy Universe. But it was a better run from him, to be fair.
Beaten home the length there by South Star. Finally, Blue Baron. You were waiting for this horse and he ran 4th first up, came out of that super strong form race back at Happy Valley. We had to go back a while to go to find it. It was in fact Sha Tin over the 1,200 going back to the 24th of November. He did resume at Happy Valley.
Yeah, look, most of the horses have come out of this race and have actually won. He went to Happy Valley, and I don't know if he was totally suited by Happy Valley. That was over the 1650. He now comes back to 1600, but that's Hong Kong Golf winning. Sky Joy running second as well. Forever with the Folks horse.
New Future
Folks.
Another World. Pegging Angel.
But it's probably the best form race we've seen. So I wanted to give him another chance.
And Great Spirit was in there too.
Yeah, he was. And he's won since. So, look, he'll be a price because he's only had the 2 starts. So we'll make him the value play for the meeting. On top, Lenore is going to run his race. Dragon Sunrise is another one that I think is on the improve as well. He's only a little chap. Grey horses, Dragon Sunrise and Fortune Boy. 5, 1, 13 and 8.
That is race number 4. It's the opening leg of Sunday's Triple Trio. Race number 5 now, all-weather race. This one, it is a Class 4 over the 1650. Chilkaka last start winner carries an extra £10 for it. Precision Goal wears a one-eyed blinker for the first time. Fashion Legend, extra £8 for his last start win. Volcanus goes from the 12 to the 1650. Gallant Crown blinkers off pacifiers first time. Viva Chaleur wears pacifiers with cowls again. Spangled Fortune, he's twice won on the all-weather. And Young Horizon cheek pieces off and the hood goes back on. Precision Goal, Lucky Benner are the joint leaders here, Paul.
Yeah, both these two horses do like to lead. There's plenty of pace in this race. Both those two like to lead. Run Timing led last start. Gallant Crown's got the claim, likes to go forward. Fashion Legend sat behind the pace when winning. Chilkako's drawn wide, but you can sit wide on the all-weather. I think he'll try and just get a little bit of cover there. Back to Volcanus and Viva Chaleur might have to go back.
Only a couple of replays needed here because this lot of clash time and time again. Run Timing leads for home here, Paul, but out comes Chilkaka at the top of the straight to run past him. Better run from Phantom Cyclone. Down the track, Spangled Fortune, Lucky Benner and Lucky Impact. Do you go Chilkaka again? You were keen on him this night, but he does have the extra 10 on his back.
He does. They didn't miss him, did they? And he deserved it because he did win pretty impressively. But I think the distance is the key for him. The 1650, once he stepped up to it, I think he can win again. So, yeah, I think he can overcome that impost. Barrier 10, maybe a little bit tricky, but he can get some cover, as we saw on the speed map.
We're playing minor prizes only then out of this replay with Precision Goal, who's been racing well, and Fashion Legend. This was his first go when it came to the all-weather. He does have a wider draw and an extra £8, but 1 for 1 over the 1650 on this surface.
He might have found his mark here, right? Or found his sort of his niche here, Fashion Legend. So, look, I'm going to include him again. He's got to do it from a wider draw. Hard to leave Precision Goal out. He's been so consistent. 2 wins and then backed up with a couple of good placings. We know he's going to be in the right position. He likes to go forward, barrier 6. He'll run a race for you, so he'll go in as well.
That's the 2 replays, but Chilkaka 2 win again.
Yeah, we'll put, I think that stepping up and trip was the key for this horse, so we'll see. He stays in the grade, but he's got up a massive 10 pounds. Precision Gold, run timing, should get that perfect run in behind, and Fashion Legend. So pace orientated for me. I think all 4 of them will be in the first 4 or 5 round the bend. 1, 2, 8, 3.
Paul with a Zach Purton treble from the first 5 races for Sunday's meeting at Sha Tin. Race number 6 is the trophy race on this program, the running of the Hong Kong Lions Cup, and it's over the 1800 metres. 5G Patch plays 3 from 7 course and distance. Voyage Samurai, winner last time, has his first try at 1800 metres. Winning Dragon up from the 16 to the 1800. Bundle Award, Steps Head and California Totality all come out of the Derby. And Pray for Mer down the bottom. Paul will be outside the leader.
Well, look, he's drawn wide, so he's going to have to work a bit, but I think he can get across here. It's just what California Totality does. Does he make him work or not? Voyage Samurai, he's a noted leader as well. California Totality's drawn 5, whereas Pray for Mer's drawn the outside. So that's just a little query. Can he cross him? I think he'll try to. But there is a big run till the first bend, so they'll get his chance. Winning Dragon always likes to get a nice posse in behind. Bundle Award, he'll settle a bit back there. Bravehearts likes to come from the back. And Steps Ahead, I think he'll go back like he did in the Derby.
Interview time for race number 6. It's Nick with the trainer of Voyage Samurai, Frankie Law.
Frankie Law, you've got some nice horses, plenty of decent chances on Sunday afternoon. One of them is Voyage Samurai, a horse who just continues to race well, and another win last time.
Yes, when we put the blinkers on, he keep improve. And last time he can control the pace and he win the race. This time 1800, but I think it's still okay for him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask you about, of course, obviously a new trip for him. But I mean, given his sort of his attitude, his style of running, he's a tough horse, isn't he? So I guess it's worth trying the 18.
Yes, yes. You can see he's got a big action. I think 18 should be no problem for him. He's a little bit lazy in the morning, so I think blinkers should help him a lot.
And just obviously the way he runs his race, I know he sort of goes from the front, he's always there to sort of be run down, but he's very honest. I mean, he's got to a mark now of 92. I mean, he just continues to do a really good job, doesn't he?
Yes, but I think he still can improve a little bit, so I hope he can win a good race on Sunday.
Yeah, he got the beating of Helene Feeling last time. Of course, Derek's on board again. He's won the 5 on him, so he and his jockey have a really good connection.
Yes, I think he knows the horse better than the other jockeys, so he knows where is the time to pick up the horse and can go faster. And I think that's why he win 5 for this horse. Yes.
That is a Frankie on a Voyage Samurai. The Derby form, Paul. We've got Bundle Award, Steps Ahead and California Totality all coming out of the Derby going to this race. What are you doing with the Derby form?
Well, yeah, the jury's out on it, I suppose, at this stage. I've got of the 3 though. I'm going to put California Totality ahead of Bundle Award, but I thought Bundle Award will run well. The 1800 looks ideal for him, but California Totality, look, he faded out here, but he had to work around that first bend, and the 1800 metres from barrier 5 with a lightweight. I think he's going to get his opportunity. So he goes in, and I'll put Bundle Award in because he's a horse that's got plenty of promise, I think.
Finally, Bravehearts. Couple of trials since his last start, and he's had a terrific season. He goes to 1800 metres. It is one distance that he hasn't won over, but he's won either side of it.
He has. I don't think the 1800 is going to be a problem for him, though. I like this trial. He's won fresh in the past. He did one fresh up this season. He's had a really good season to date. And look, he was under a decent hold as he came down. Could have easily won this trial. He was the one going the easiest at the end. So, look, with that fresh record, a lightweight, I think he could easily win this race.
There you go. So off the Bravehearts trial to the top of the graphic.
Yeah, we'll put him on. We'll put him on top, Bravehearts. I think he can win with a lightweight to beat California Totality, Voyage Samurai from the front, and Bundle Award. So hedging my bets a bit with the Derby form, having 2 of them in 9, 10, 4, 7. I didn't put Steps Ahead in because just the barrier. If he drew lower, I would have put him in.
So it is Bravehearts, race 6 on top for Matthew Poon and Mark Newnham for Paul. Race number 7 now. Quality race this. It's on the all-weather and plenty of them are yet to race on this surface, but they trial well on it, including the 1 and the 2, co-partner Prance and Beauty Waves. Bottom Up Together comes onto the surface for the first time. Sing Dragon had no luck from the draw last start. Bundle of Charms won 2 from 4 course and distance, and Stellar Express blinkers off, pacifiers with the Cowls go on, and Bottom Up Together goes to the lead.
Yeah, drawn low. He's won numerous trials on this surface. He actually goes better on it than he does on the turf and training. Self-improvement, he's got the £10 claim. Co-partner Prance has always puts himself there. Superb Capitalist, if he jumps, which he has done the last couple of starts, showing good speed, he could probably get outside, Bottom Up Together. Sing Dragon will get a lot better run than he did last start. And then back to Bundle of Charm at the back.
Interview time. Pierre Ong with Nick, the trainer of Beauty Waves.
Pierre Ung, we've got some good racing coming up on the dirt this Sunday afternoon, and well, one certain race is the 7th. You've got Beauty Waves lining up, obviously a classy horse. First of all, just how did you come to the decision to run him on the dirt?
Well, he won well in Ireland before he came to Hong Kong, and he trusts really well in Hong Kong on the dirt, even in Chongfa on the dirt as well. So schedule comes and really suits him. Really look forward to his race.
How has he been since we last saw him? He's had a bit of a break, 91 days. His trial looked pretty good.
Yes, well, after the group race 3 months ago, we just decided to give him a break and freshen him up and bring him back to race. So this race should be very ideal for him.
A bit like a few sort of decent sprinters here in Hong Kong, Pierre. He's had to be mixing it with probably one of the best we've seen for a very long time, if not perhaps the best as time goes on in Kai Ying Rising. But he's not been disgraced in some of those races, and he's been doing it tough, obviously, in much stronger company.
Yes, he's running well against Kai Ying Rising, of course. Not many horses can beat him, and he still runs well within that group. So hopefully in Class 2 helps him a little bit more to find an easier race for him.
You've got Alexi Vidal back on board as well. He's got a decent record on the horse.
Yes, he's run on him quite really well on a few times. So he knows the horse well. So we're looking forward to Sunday.
And I must just ask you, Pierre, just finally, I mean, his name obviously still amongst those for FWD Champions Day in a week's time. I guess you're leaving that option open at this stage?
I just leave that in open, but we have to decide after the race on Sunday and see what happens.
So we move on from Pierre now, Paul, to our replays, and we're going to start on the turf at Sha Tin. And one of the ones coming to the surface for the first time is co-partner Prance. He ran second last time behind a horse called Kai Ying Rising, which doesn't go too bad, and was a second 2 runs ago in this race behind Lucky With You. Onto the all-weather for the first time with 135 pounds.
It's more the weight that worries me a bit, because I'm not worried about the surface for him. He's out of a Husney mare, and they really generally like the all-weather. He's a horse that has trialled and worked well on it in the past. So he's a real honest horse, 19 starts, 7 wins. This is Lucky With You winning this day. So he's been up against some pretty high-class opposition, but he does have to give a bit of weight around to a few other horses, so he won't go in on top.
Capital Delight is the horse that leads the 4 out of this replay home, which are running in race number 7 on Sunday. Sing Dragon, Superb Capitalist, and also Bundle of Charm. Just a pointer on him. He raced on Wednesday night. Sing Dragon has had a start after this, and he raced pretty wide in it.
Yeah, look, he had no luck. It was a strong run from him, because he was wide all the way. As long as that hasn't flattered him, we know he's a really good horse on the surface, Sing Dragon. So he's probably the one I'm going to take out. Well, he is the one I'm going to take out of it. Capital Light really pushed out. Finally did manage to get his nose in front here back to the 1,200 metres. But he'd been running up over 1,650 as well.
That is a Capital Delight. And finally, some turf form around Bottom Up Together. Stellar Express also comes out of this replay. Bottom Up Together, very good record. 10 starts, 4 wins, 4 placings, a barrier number 4. No worries about the dirt with him?
No, he keeps winning his trials on the dirt. I think he's actually a better horse on the dirt. So I really like him coming onto the surface. Look, he was towelled up here by Fast Network, but Fast Network I think can be a group horse next year, and these two are well clear of everything else. Coming back to this race from barrier number 4 with Zach Burton aboard, I think he can easily win this one. So I quite like Bottom Up Together coming into this race.
There you go. That is the breakdown for race number 7. He's the one to beat. Who's second, third and fourth?
Yeah, we'll put them on top, bottom up together. Now, the next two, not much between them, but Sing Dragon just ahead of Beauty Waves. Another one coming onto the surface for the first time, Beauty Waves, but again works well on it. He's won a trial here in Hong Kong on the surface, and then co-partner Prance in there on the minor line. 4-6-2-1.
Zach, now a 4-timer for Paul on Sunday by winning race number 7 with bottom up together. And race number 8. Now we head back to the all-weather again for this one. And Gummy's placed his last 2. He's at the top of the book. £10 claim for Mask Rider. Must Go's won 2 of his last 3. Wider draw for Dragon Air Force. Gaisley makes his Hong Kong debut. He's had 4 trials. Mojave Desert's run second in a trial since his last start. And Mr. Energia having his second run in this grade, but he had an excuse the first time that he raced in Class 3. The green colours all go forward here, Paul.
It looks that way. G-Liner and Mars Rider. Mars Rider's got the £10 claim, so I'm sure that'll push on. G-Liner led in a recent trial, likes to go forward. Now, Gaisley, who's having his debut here in Hong Kong, has gone forward in all his Hong Kong trials, but when he won his race before he got here overseas, he actually went back. So from a wide draw, we'll just see what they decide to do with him. I'm not entirely sure. Master Champion has gone forward in his trials. He's another debutant in Hong Kong. And then back to Genius Baby and Dragon Air Force from a wide draw. Might have to go back with Galaxy Witness.
Here is our first replay, and a number of them out of this one too, which is normally the case. And as we have seen off these all-weather replays, Must Go winning. Gummy third. Mask Rider gets a lighter weight this week. And Dragon Air Force has been racing well since he switched to the all-weather, and Galaxy Witness right of screen.
Yeah, look, G-Liner went back on this day, but he's gone forward in a recent trial, G-Liner, and he's drawn 6 with Angus aboard, Angus Chong. So I thought he'd go forward. I like the run of Gummy, finishing off strongly there on the inside, and Must Go. He's a real all-weather specialist now, so both those two have to go in.
They go in. Now, our next one is the trial of G-Liner. And this is at Sha Tin. He's in front. Master Champion was scratched when he was due to make his debut. Master Champion, 1 trial since then, and he runs third here behind Talent's Ambition. Gets a small claim for Dylan Moe. Has he done enough?
No, not for me, Master Champion. Look, G-Liner, neither of them have gone in, to be honest. But the thing with G-Liner is he raced a lot better when he was on the pace here. That's why I thought they might go forward with him. Look, Master Champion, he had his chance in his trial, but I think he's picked a strong race to make his debut.
We'll leave him where he is and stick to the trial form now. This is Gaisley who's leading in this trial in Mojave Desert. We know him when it comes to this sort of surface. Did you find a spot for either of these two?
No, not these two. Gaisley, happy to watch. This is what I mean. He's gone forward in all his trials, but gone back when he won. There's obviously a ability there, but sometimes these Northern Hemispheres take a little bit of a time to acclimatise. Mojave Desert was right on the cusp. He could have easily gone in because he's such a consistent horse on the surface.
That is that one, and one more trial to look at. Victory Moments has been good at the trials recently, but it's been a roarer the last 2 occasions he's been to the races. So internally there's that issue with him when the pressure goes on. And Mr. Energy has always been one of your favourites.
Yeah, he has. And look, I'm going to stick with him here as well. He's drawn barrier number 2, Swiss Ace on the dirt. He's looked good. He's got to come up and do it in Class 3, but he's going. I think he can. No questions. He did have excuses on his only Class 3 run. This trial was strong. You know, Victory Moments. He's hard to have with those internal problems.
Victory Moments heads down the back straight at Chung Fa and wins that trial, and if everything goes to plan, he'll back up that trial win with a win on Sunday.
Yeah, I think he can. So he goes on top. Lightweight will help him as well. Gummy's consistent. Mask Rider gets the £10 claim and Must Go, a last start winner. 12-1-2-3.
And that is race number 8. It is the first leg of the late treble. Class 3 for race number 9. It's back onto the turf for this race, and it's over the 1,200 metres. Young superstar raced wide at his last start. Trumpet Moore's a 2-time course and distance winner. Eris Nova won last time, carries an extra £8 for it. All-round winner, a first starter in Hong Kong, won over the 1,350 at Doomben. Super Infinity, cheek pieces off, blinkers first time. Module Construction is very consistent. And Meowth has been very poor his last two starts. Wave Garden is the leader, Paul.
Yeah, he led in both the starts in New Zealand before he got here. He also led on debut here in Hong Kong. So I think he'll lead once again from barrier 3. Triumphant Moore is always on the pace. Young Superstar likewise. Model Construction is drawn wide. Pakistan Legacy, he'll try and tuck in there somewhere. Super Infinity with blinkers on for the first time. Eris Nova, last start winner, back to Majestic Express.
Triumphant Moore is in our first replay. He's in the yellow colours up outside the speed. Super Infinity looking to clear traffic. Majestic Express in the purple and yellow. And he's had a trial. He's been a bit keen in his trials, Majestic Express. Wave Garden leads up as he does on the speed map, but he fades down the run.
He does. So he'll strip fitter, Wave Garden. He might not be the worst in this. He was unbeaten before he got here, but he does fade out there, as you can see. But Triumphant Moore, look, he's a horse that was just beaten here. He's been very consistent, so he'll go in the numbers. And Super Infinity with blinkers on interests me as well.
Winning form now, and that winning form is Eris Nova. 1,200 metres, so same distance as what he runs over on the weekend. He was too good for cross-border Pegasus, so sat wide and just was collared late by the horse that's following him at this stage.
Yeah, look, he's always promised to do this, Eris Nova. So he's finally got that win, so he might get this confidence up. Now, cross-border Pegasus was unbeaten, don't forget, coming into this race, and race clear. And Eris Nova ran him down fair and square, son of Justify. So, look, I'm going to put him in, not on top, but just the way he sort of finished off, he did beat an unbeaten horse there.
He did Eris Nova, and Pakistan Legacy running second here, given a perfect trip on the inside behind Lady's Choice, who's very hard to get past when he leads. And this day, Pakistan Legacy couldn't get past him. He's had a quietish trial under a good hold behind Lucky Swayness since.
Only 3 starts, this horse, and he's run second twice. Joe Moreira was aboard here for this run. He'll have Zach Purton aboard. He's drawn 11, so he'll just need a little bit of luck from barrier 11. But I can see him getting some cover down the back there. And look, as you say, Lady's Choice, a hard horse to get past, and he wasn't beaten far.
And that is Pakistan Legacy. So he the one to beat?
Yeah, I'm going to put him on top from barrier 11. I've got Zach Purton having a very good day, riding half the card there. So he's on top. Triumphant Moore, Eris Nova, and Super Infinity of blinkers on for the first time. 4, 2, 3, 8.
It's now 5 for Purton for Paul by the selection of Pakistan Legacy to win race number 9. Race number 10, there's some promising horses lining up in this, and it starts at the top with Janu Pride looking to make it 4 from his last 5. He carries an extra 8 pounds. Another World goes up 10 on his back for his last start win. Beauty Crescent's placed 10 from 18 course and distance. Megaforce has the hood coming off. Stella Swift from the 12 to the 1,400 metres. That win was over the 1,200 at Happy Valley last start. New Forest, he is a horse coming back in distance and South Star. Winner last time in Class 4, makes his way into this grade for the first time. We've got Bright Day and New Forest, the leaders here, Paul.
Yeah, Bright Day, he likes to lead. And New Forest led on the all-weather last start. South Star, he should get a perfect run like he did last time when he won. Another World likewise. He's another prolific winner, won 3 of his last 5. Sugar Bull should get his opportunity. Now, Megaforce is back from 2,200 back to 1,400. So I'm not sure where he's going to end up, but maybe towards the back there with Janu Pride, who might have to go back from barrier 10.
We have an interview for the final race. The trainer of the last start winner, South Star. It's Frankie Law with Nick.
Frankie Law, you've got a really nice young horse lining up in race 10 by the name of South Star, just a 3-year-old. Thought it was quite a nice win last time.
Yes, I still a bit worried because the second section is quite fast. And then he just followed the leader. And in the straight, I think maybe he'll get tired. But he just keep going. So he can win the race.
And given he's still quite lightly raced, just his third run last time when winning, has he always shown you plenty, this horse, from an early stage?
For me, he looks, he's not a big horse, but I think he got quite a good heart. And you can see last time he still win a little bit easy. And now he's go up to Class 3 lightweights. I hope he can keep improve and then win a good race for me. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks the type that can certainly do that. And I guess when you've got these horses in Class 3 with light weights, there's probably no better man at the moment in Hong Kong than Andrea Atzani. I mean, he's riding plenty of winners. I think he's ridden 7 for you this season. So it'd be nice to team up with another winner with Andrea.
I hope so. I think the jockeys now on Friday, you can see he win every day, every meeting. So I hope he can win again for me.
And he's got a good barrier finally, Frankie. Obviously, gate number 4, so that's obviously a good plus as well.
Of course, good barrier should be always better than the outside jaw, yeah.
He's going to have to step up though, Paul, because there's some pretty decent weaponry at the top of the book here, and we start with Juno Pride. Brenton Avdella, he's got a good record on the horse. They've clicked very well. John Size trains, but barrier number 10 and 135 pounds for him.
He's not the biggest horse, Juno Pride. Yeah, the barrier is a bit of a concern with him, isn't it? Because he's going to have to go back, I think, from that wide draw. He did draw 10-3 starts ago when he was beaten by Light Years Charm, but that form looks pretty good now. He's come out and won his last couple, including this one. So he's a horse with plenty of ability, there's no questions. It's just a matter of barrier 10 where he's going to be.
Another one near the top is Another World with plenty of ability too. He is a last start winner over the 1400 metres, so he's won 3 from 4 at the trip. The time he didn't win, he ran second, and that was behind Packing Angel. Zach Purton, Benno Young, 132 pounds on his back.
Be another win for Zach. He's going to be in for a good day, I think, with this Another World. He's a horse game placer. 7 starts, 3 wins. One of those runs was unbelievable when he did look like he had no chance of winning because he was blocked in the straight, got out late and showed a really devastating turn of foot. Look, Yuan Long Elite was a clear second here, but there was daylight back to anything else. He's a nice horse, this one.
That's Another World, and one more to have a look at. It's a last start winner and a very heavily backed last start winner at Happy Valley, Stella Swift. He started at 1.7 in this race. He was held up. He duly saluted, but his Class 3 record would have to be a concern in this field, wouldn't it? Yeah,
11 starts in the class. The best we've seen is a 3rd, so not for me. Stella Swift will wait till he gets something easier, or even maybe back to Happy Valley. He just won there at $1.70, so you'd be a little bit nervous. You wouldn't want it over again. And yeah, I think this is a lot tougher, this race.
We'll leave him out, and who are we going to put in instead?
Another World, I think, can win for Zach. 6 wins for Zach for the card. Let's hopefully he has a good day. New Forest, I like him coming back and tripping back from the all-weather. South Star should get that perfect run like he did last start, and Juno Pride will just need a bit of luck from barrier 10. 2, 10, 11, 1.
That is all of the information for Sha Tin on Sunday. 5 on the C+3, 5 on the all-weather. Racing an earlier start time with a Japanese simulcast. 12:45 is the opener.